Got ourselves team 1 with Wolf going to be first up. On that team, we also got a Kragar in the back. Armory. Wait, what is it? Amedehi. Oh, okay. That's going to be a little bit weird. Effilar, and Alfuera. Oh my god, some of these names. Some of y'all's names. Who's going to be first up versus this Beastmaster Hunters or Retribution Paladin? Gonna try to juke out of Wolf. And it looks like Wolf, wait. Wolf going Venthyr? No more Kyrian? Wolf went Venthyr Hunter. Kill shots are huge for this man. What is up, Brock? Double kill shot. That was so much damage. It looks like Pooh is going to try to go for as much holy damage as possible during that blind. That blind does not break to holy damage. Pooh getting hit with a freezing trap, however. Getting put on ice for a second. As Wolf most likely going to have himself another flate shot soon. Those kill shots, man. Those kill shots are just kind of amazing. There goes the flate shot again. Pooh trying to create some line of sight. The Pets is not worried about the kill shots that were around the corner. One. Does he get another one in? Oh, second. Oh my god. These things are actually so consistent too. Bubble out of Pooh. Oh my goodness. Wolf got himself a flate shot, but not really getting himself aggressive versus Pooh. He's going to go for a Shield of Vengeance. Try to go for a slow. Into a Hammer of Justice is going to have a Trinket Freezing Trap onto the Paladin's damage. Pala got himself that blind onto Wolf. Big holy damage. Actually might just have him here. It looks like the final verdict comes in. The last verdict, rather. Taking Wolf out. That was super unfortunate, but that Beastmaster Hunter, dude, those kill shots were brutal. If only he had a little bit of a longer game, I think he would have had a good setup. I think on one of his bursts, Pooh just completed a line of sight at him. And then Wolf had to go for a bit of a longer reset there. But I could be wrong about that one. Amidehi is going to be up next as an Ellie Shaman. Playing the Necrolord, the standard. As a Paladin trying to create as much line of sight as possible. The Pally is actually completely out of juice defensively. He might have some offensive pressure, but he's out of juice defensively, truly. Who got himself a Trinket. Big damage onto Amidehi. Wings available. Finally, we've seen those last verdicts. There's one ability I don't really see him use that much is last verdicts. Except right now that he got himself quite a bit of pressure onto Amidehi. Trying to make this damage happen. Oh my goodness. I guess with the last guys, he had to go for a lot of Word of Glories. But Pooh finally able to make the blast big master hammer damage here. Big hammers flying in. It looks so good as a animation. There goes the blind onto Amidehi. Just going for a bit of a reset himself. As we're hitting that 5 minutes, 4% dampener, boys. Yo, my man, DC, I really do appreciate it either way, my guy. I really, really do, dude. I really do. You're donating. I'm playing video games, dude. Of course I'm gonna get, that's the least I could do. Showing appreciation for the boy, man. Thanks so much. I really, really appreciate it. Honestly. Chill event off for Pooh. Does he want to push in? It looked like he's a little bit sketchy on that. Does get himself a shield, a Seraphim rolling, but it's going to be knocked back by Amidehi. Pooh trying to make some damage happen here. Back in there with those last verdicts. It looks like Amidehi mostly recovered. Stun totem coming down. Pooh is going to avoid it. And Amidehi can maybe get himself a setup like the last, so could potentially have something cooking. Does he have a Lava Burst available? He had Primordial Wave earlier. It looks like the Lava Bursts do go flying. Nice procs, but not enough to get the Paladin down. It looks like the Paladin is going to be A-okay for the time being. Does have a bubble backup. Blessed Protection coming up soon. Not going to be useful against Elemental Shaman, but still. Defenses are coming back online little by little. Has wings available as Amidehi walks by him, but Pooh does not chase. He decides to not chase at all. He'd rather just avoid him. Create some line of sight. Maybe go for slows under Amidehi. Make it harder for the Elemental Shaman to push in. But I think Pooh maybe is just trying to save until he has full CDs available. There's no trinket for the Shaman though. Lightning Lasso set up. Gonna have a trinket available for Pooh. Seraphim available. Does not get knocked far at all. Big Hodge into maybe a potential blind. Actually so much damage with this Paladin. Looks like he's just waiting until the perfect opportunity forces Shaman in close. And he'll just go full on mass dam. As much damage as possible. Kraken is going to be up next versus this Retribution Paladin, who just after this duel got full cooldowns back online. Most likely going to have a human racial very, very soon. Bubble available, Bop available, so that's every CD available to deal with Cracker as he's going to hit him with a massive spear. Blazer coming down in case a Hodge comes out after him. And Cracker makes sure to get himself the Ignore Pain ASAP. Blind defensively by the Paladin. I guess he's just setting up for a Hammer Justice later, so he has at least one defensive, one offensive CC. He doesn't want to go into a blind, into a Hodge back to back. He'd rather go for blind, do some free damage. Hodge, do some free damage. But always have a way out. He's always looking for a plan B. Seraphim back up and running. Does Krager have enough defense to deal with this? Does go for disarm. Spoon was playing very defensively here. Hodge comes out. Is just trying to make as much damage without a weapon to happen here. Last verdict is finally slamming down on Krager as he's gonna back away for a second. Enough range just to get a charge to get back in there. Staying in combat for as much as possible. Spoon trying to go for a bit of a reset himself with the Hand of Freedom. Where Pooh wants to stay away from Krager, Krager just wants to be as close to him as he can. He got those Bloodthirsty casts. He can't do it from range. He can't do it from line of sight. There's got to be auto-attacking him constantly, dude. Constant rage generation. And that's going to be a Blessing of Protection. Does that actually really get you out of... Does Blessing of Protection really get you out of Spear? Because I always thought Spear was a magic hit. I always thought the Spear was magic damage, arcane damage. And I thought that maybe we'll go for Blessing. Because I always cloak it. But apparently you could Blessing of Protection. I guess the root itself is a... Is it a physical or is it a magic? It's like a magic physical. But a Blessing of Protection apparently gets rid of it. I know Cloak of Shadows does. So I'm surprised the Blessing of Protection did. But it's going to be Krager bailing out of there as a Paladin is just untoppable right now. This is kind of hard to topple him. Seraphim is available. Pooh tried to close in the gap. Trying to make some damage happen here. Does it go for anything? Looks like he tried to go for a blind. I don't know if Krager actually took that blind damage. I wonder if he could reflect it. I don't know if he can or can't. It looked like he might have been able to ignore it. Or maybe Pooh auto-attacked him as soon as the blind hit. So maybe it broke it? Hard to tell. But he does still have plenty of holy power generators with the Wake of Ashes. Doesn't need a weapon for that one. It's just for show, dude. It's just... flames flying from his hands. Krager getting Pooh's kind of low. Trying to go for a shattering throw. He's trying to not give him the shattering. Does have the perfect line of sight of the shatter. Charge into Pooh, but he doesn't get hit with a root or a slow. As Krager has himself in a good spot right now, just trying to get a good angle onto Pooh. Does hit him with a spear. Nowhere to go for this Paladin. Trying to go everywhere he can around the spear, but nothing else he can really do in that regard. Oh my goodness. M6 is going to be up next as an armed warrior. Parry up immediately versus Krager as the banner comes down by M6. Going to have all the CC from Krager reduced heavily while the banner is alive. Does disarm M6 is going to go for a trinket here. Krager is going to have to play this very, very defensively. Hasn't used a trinket just yet. Might need to use it versus M6 potentially. Or maybe just survive him. Krager trying to get away from the Blaze Storm. Trying not to give the warrior any free damage at all. And whatever Bloodthirst he can get without taking too much damage from M6. The better. And it looks like Krager's recovering quite a lot of health. They don't even have a Warlock on their team either for Team Krager, so he's doing A-okay just with his own self-sustain. We're at 35% damage, but it looks like M6 might be in that execute range, which could be really bad for him. Trying to make some damage happen to Krager. Does have himself Ignore Pain available. The Bloodthirst is still making plays back-to-back. M6 trying to look for them executes, but Krager's denying him the execute, staying out of that execute range. And I think M6 might actually be Vent tier. So he's not even like above 80% health either. Denying M6 any kind of damage. Big setup by Krager. Onto M6 out of nowhere. Just had a nice disarm. Big damage out of just... I don't even know. Fire Blast reflected back to Ornage. Just making sure he can get himself a nice setup into Krager. Big combustion coming out. Krager has no real way to stop it. Does it with a fear. And Ornage chasing after Krager. Not letting him go anywhere. Just not going to let this warrior continue his reign at all. Gonna be Mirrors of Torment up for Effie onto Ornage. Ornage better be careful with his cast. I kind of... Oh my god, it's so difficult to watch the deal from that angle. Gonna be Icebug by Effie. He is a Frost Mage, so he does get two of them. So it's not the worst for him to use it. Ornage actually get himself silence. Trying to go for a little bit of a channel with a Night Fae cooldown reduction. And Effie is still under quite a bit of pressure, trying to go for a bit of a Ray of Frost. Interrupted on Frost, but Breath getting missed with a poly by Effie. Trying to go for a setup on Orange. Does himself a Shadow Melt for a second. He just literally melted it for a moment so he can get off a full combustion. Trying not to let the guy do anything. Alfera is going to be up next as a Demon Hunter. Yeah. Yeah, Ornage just kind of going for the big surprise damage out of nowhere. Just big combustions, dude. Just trying to surprise everybody. Are you playing the 1 minute combustion too? Look, they have a very, very short CD on your combustion. No meat here either. So you must be playing big CD on combustion. Alfera trying to charge in. Is going to get a blink next to Ornage with that soul shape. But a Polymorph is going to hit him from afar. Fire Blast right after. Is Alfera got himself a big setup. Eye Beam is available. Trying to make maybe a big go happen. Does he have the big one though? Does he have the big setup? I think he's just trying to see if he can bust through Ornash's shields if possible. But Ornash is just keeping his range completely. Ultitom was used. Metamorphosis coming out for Alfera. Does he have the big setup here? I-Beam getting interrupted. Ring of Frost around Ornash, not letting the Demon Hunter anywhere near him. Most likely knows exactly what to expect. Imprisoned onto Ornash. Alfera has only a little bit health left to make his damage happen. It might just have to go early here. Hunt, big damage on Ornash. Stun is going to be Ice Block immediately. As Alfera's burst kind of just got nullified. With Ornash Ice Blocking it completely. But Ornash decided, you know what? I'm actually going to take it to the face. How did you live it actually? Because it usually does so much damage. It actually could, wait, Ornash could be going down. No shields. Does have shields get stripped off at the last second. Big combustion available. Alfera tried to stop it with a stun. Trying to make some damage happen with a darkness right after. Ornash tried to make Pyroblast work. Alfera actually avoiding those wall and darkness one after another. Fireball. I think it's literally one little fireball at the end is what took him out. But does Ornash have enough damage for the seed? It does. Okay. Oh my god, dude. That wasn't a long one. But that was a weird arena just now, dude. That was a weird crack.